Morning, guys. How are you? How's everybody on this? It's a Thursday. I was gonna say it's a Friday, but it's not. It's a Thursday. And good morning to everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. So let me go in. I know that Kathleen had an appointment, so yeah. Kathleen says hello to everybody. She has a physical therapy appointment. So well, there's people. We'll take care of it. But thank you. Kathleen had a lot to say. Please like and subscribe. We love Kathleen. Patricia, how you doing? Gutter Snipe, how you doing? Stasia, not my monkeys. Edie Cook in the house. I went too fast. Not my monkeys. Edie Cook in the house. Stasia, I said. Let's see. Joyful, how you doing? How is everybody? There she is, Jameson. How you doing, Jamie? Claudia, how are you? Edie Cook, Joyful, like I said. Ron, how you doing, Ron? Stella Flamingo. Much love to you, Jameson. I know as people come in, they will be sending you love, my friend. Glamis, how you doing, Glam? Rio for life from Hibbing. How you doing? Oh, Troy, New York. Okay, very cool. Troy is I know where Troy is. Good for you. Good for you, Rio. Congrats. Marie, how are you? Maria, I'm sorry, Maria, how are you? Okay. Huh, I don't understand. All right. Um, yeah. Okay. Uh, so yeah, this is what Jamie was going through, unfortunately. Salem, Mass. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Massachusetts, beautiful. I was in upstate New York for a long time. I love the mountains. I don't get a lot of mountains where I'm at right now, but I'm going back to them. I got to go back to the mountains. I'm gonna end up in the mountains. I don't know if they're gonna be the mountains of Georgia, maybe the mountains of Tennessee, but yeah, I need mountains because I miss them mountains. So yeah, John A, how you doing? How you doing? Yeah, so Jamie's getting a lot of love, and that was a very sad, bad situation. And be up to Jamie if she wants to talk about that or not. Maybe it's something we could talk about on a Monday, or maybe it's something you want to talk about on your channel, Jamie. It's a very hard thing, though. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Um, I gotta do something here. I don't really like this setup, if I'm honest. Boom, boom, boom. Buddy, please don't knock over my shit. Don't knock over my shit, Maz. All right. Well, let's see. We'll put my beverage, spring water. Don't want to be accused of anything. Spring water. I thought it was coconut water, but I grabbed the wrong can. Started drinking the spring water from Poland Springs in those big stainless steel bottles that they come in. That's got a different taste. Hits you different. Hits you different. And it's cheaper than Mountain, than that Liquid Death, which is really good, but just really fucking expensive. I can't afford it. All right, so figure we'll start in another minute or two. Couple minutes, I guess, because I'm always. Hey, Ligma, what's going on here? We're gonna start off with some Gypsy Rose gossip bullshit, and then we're gonna go into some news stuff and some entertainment stuff and a little bit of fun, because some of the stuff we're going over is dark. So today we're gonna do a Karen Reed update, which something I didn't even know what was going on. All right. And we're also going to go over Lindsay Clancy with Lawyer Lee and Hayden Pent. I can't pronounce her last name, and I don't want to disrespect that woman's name. Hayden, and some stuff with her boyfriend, a little bit of that. And I forget what else, to be honest with you. I forget what else. You poured beer into your spring water can? Well, okay. I don't do that for 'em. Oh, really? That's nice. I've been to Highlands Ranch. Been there, done that. Yes, I have. There was a really good Asian fast food place that was not in Highlands Ranch, but it was like right outside Highlands Ranch. Where the shopping centers are as you go under the bridge to the left. You know where I'm talking about. Where before, no, you wouldn't get on the main expressway, but that highway that runs perpendicular to the expressway. All right. Well, I think I'm going to go probably about an hour and a half today. So we're going to take care of this. And we're going to start off with some Gypsy Rose crapola. Why? Why? Because listen, she's going to make a grift and we're just going to talk about it for a minute. And we got some fun stuff too. I don't know where Monroe is. Okay. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Gyps grift.
Pretty calm. Things have been very quiet over here.
So this is kind of in the, because I already did a video about this. I did 2 videos earlier this morning. Part of them is from this, I believe it's Mandy Ham's video, guys. And I kind of like butted into where she's telling, she's 6 months away from prison. I mean, 6 months away from getting home from prison. She's married to Ryan. She's reaching out to Ken, who she hasn't spoken to in a while. Didn't even know what she was doing. How you doing, McRivia? MC Rivia? MC, how you doing? All right, so that's what's going on here. Ken's almost got like a mohawk look there. Mohawk. Honk, honk, mohawk look there. Okay, let's go.
I've been increasingly.
He's asking, you know, like, what do you, like stuff that she's going to be doing for a living and stuff like that. You know, what's really funny is they allotted her to do something online for a living when the crime was committed online. Not really funny, just the irony of that is such a disrespect, in my opinion, for the unaliving and the memory of her mother. You know, hey, Missy Russell, how are you doing?
More irritable with the people around me, and I've been clicking off.
Yeah, I can't drink anything with like stevia in it, Claudia. I love watermelon, but all that stuff has stevia in it. I can't drink that fake sugar. That's a migraine trigger. All right, let's go.
Okay, explain.
Yeah, remember when she said the dollar store? Maybe I'll be a little clerk there.
Normal prison stuff, you know. I'm over it.
She's over it now. She's ready to get out. She don't even want to wait the 6 more months, 8.5 years for unaliving somebody. Kudos to you, Gypsy Rose Blanchard. You
know, I'm very. Okay, that's fine. I'm just very over it, and so all the bullshit I just have no patience for. So, like a little while ago, they were being loud on the wing, and I'm
This call is from a correctional facility.
Now she's the same one that loses her mind with the blankie.
And may be monitored and recorded.
So,
yeah.
So tell me about you.
It doesn't seem like Ken's really interested, right? So tell me about you.
What's been going?
And she's 6 months away. 6 months away from leaving. She's married to Ryan. That's where she's going home.
What's wrong with you? Are you married?
Nothing. No, I'm not married.
Uh-huh.
Married.
Not yet.
Well, chick, how you doing?
No, not
I
married.
thought your mom.
When?
I don't know. It's maybe about 2 months ago or something.
Can you imagine Gypsy Rose reaching out to a parent of yours? Or can you imagine being the parent? Because we would be like the parents, right? Maybe even the grandparents. Can you imagine? Like, seriously, what would you do? Mom, grandma, nanny, Gigi, great Grammy, whatever. Hey, I'm bringing home Gypsy Rose. You're bringing home who? No, I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah.
He sounds so uninterested.
Yeah, I had lost her number.
You didn't tell me.
Well, you never answer the phone.
Wait. You lost my number.
No. I lost your mom's number.
I was going to say, you know you have my shit memorized. Don't lie.
I do have your shit memorized.
So Ken knows where he's at with Gypsy. He has no doubt that he will have, you know, that I think she's the conquest she hasn't been able to conquer. And so I think there's a few reasons why he won't put a ring on it and stick to that. He didn't even put the first ring on, right? It's not he didn't put the engagement ring. He didn't even put the engagement ring on. So
Are you kidding me?
I know everybody's screaming in my ear. Watch out, Mia, Mia, watch out. Watch out, Mia, Mia, watch out. Thank you.
So I called your mom, and I caught up with her for a little bit. I'm like, I'm sorry I lost your number, and that's why I haven't called all this time. We just got caught up talking for a little bit, and she's like, girl, if you ever want to call me, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, but here's the thing. She's like, if you ever want to call me, you're more than welcome to, but I ain't gonna tell you shit about Ken.
That's my thing.
Yeah, she's so sweet, isn't she?
She is.
You're
Told her
getting all
about how I've been
stick down.
doing and whatnot. So we just got caught up talking a little bit, you know. But she was elusive to tell me how you're doing, of course.
Elusive to say how
Elusive.
Ken's doing. Good for her. She ain't so elusive anymore, I gotta tell you that.
Well, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm nothing is really.
And the fact that she was talking to her. Like, I don't like that either.
You know, I wish I had like some fun, juicy story to tell you, but I'm just I just go to work every fucking day.
So I want you guys to stop. So here's a guy. I want you to stop for 1 second in the reality of this phone call, because this is the stuff that like fascinates me. So what's exposed right here, right now, is Gypsy, who's in prison, is having a more social life, seriously, and more freedoms, and can do more things than Ken, who simply is a fucking homebody. And you know what's funny is Ken is a homebody. That's still Ken. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he still is that guy that kind of likes to stay at home and stuff. But Gypsy is still that person too, where everything's got to matter. Everything where she's got to be. This behavior with Gypsy hasn't gone anywhere, and it's behind the scenes, as I've been saying for a long time now. You know what I'm saying? It's behind the scenes, and she's gonna fucking lose it. I'm telling you, God help this, please. If Ken leaves her, and her dad and stepmom take off and go to Florida, because that's where Mia is. Even if Rod is saying, even if they're having conversation about when I retire, if there's plans about them going there for holidays and shit like that, I doubt Gypsy's going to be invited. So there you go. What happens there? She does have shark eyes, Maria. She does. So that's something that's pretty friggin' scary. When Ken leaves her,
My
that's
life,
right,
and
Jamie.
when I'm not
Auntie,
working, I'm
how
just
you
like
doing,
at
Auntie?
home and I just hang out with my dog. And
That's it. This guy, he just wants to hang with his dog and just have a quiet life. And he realized, look at the drama that Gypsy from the fucking jail and messing with the outside. This isn't like jail stuff, honestly, because the first part of the phone call was how she got Brian involved with Ryan and had Brian go ahead and reach out to one of Ryan's exes or something. It was so fucking ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Just unbelievable. 40 hours of calls, 13 hours a day, 120K.
I just watch movies, and I'm just living a basic, simple life, Jip. That's really all that I do.
A basic, simple life, something you are not interested in, is basically what he's saying, because this is the type of guy he is. And listen, that doesn't mean he's a lazy guy. I think Ken works. I just think he just, this drama shit is something that he really doesn't want. So that's my opinion. I don't know. I could be
Nothing
wrong.
exciting.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Me neither. I'll just end
I'll
with
be a
this
part
too.
of that
Aunt
world
Edna. Me
very
neither.
soon.
Hey, Cree, how you doing?
Oh yeah.
I'm late for a very important date. Na 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 na. I'm late.
We'll see.
Not that late.
I'm just ready. I'm ready to get out. So,
I'm excited for you to get out. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It's crazy to know that you're going to be like a tangible person very soon.
Somebody I
I
can
know.
touch
Well, I
and
guess
feel
not for
and
me,
love.
but for the world.
yeah.
So they've been talking for a long time. She's at the finish line, basically a few months away, six months away. It's there. and he just I don't know if he's still with his girlfriend at this time. I don't know, but apparently she has called him several times and he just doesn't answer. So
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know.
unfortunately, I don't see. Like, I always wanted that calm life that was kind of like free from acknowledgement.
What? No.
But I think
But that's not the case.
but that's not the case. I've got
I get it. You're right, Gnostic.
a lot coming up.
She was married
and
to
I've got-
Ryan. She's been married to Ryan for I think about a year and a half now. With this guy, at least a year and a half. I don't know how long she was married to him. I thought she married him like 2 years before she got out. So if that's the case, it would be a year and a half here. But yeah, that's so yeah.
Stuff
She's
that-
married to
What do
him.
you-
She's married to Ryan Anderson. She's going home to him. She already had like her plan, her and Ryan. She said in the first part of the phone call that her and Ryan got an apartment together.
What are you doing?
I
What do you
know.
mean? What?
What do you got? Like, what do you mean? Like, what are you
Hey
doing?
Patricia,
when
how
you
you
get out?
doing?
You have like a reality show or something?
Watch.
I have
Look, listen to her tone in her voice, right? Because she was feeling all bummed and stuff, right? So watch.
a book. I have a podcast. I have the 6-episode documentary.
I have so much stuff. All why? Because she unalived her mom. There's something wrong with that. There's something wrong with that. She was talking about like working at, like you guys heard, Dollar General,
that
right?
the air date I think is going to be pushed back.
Can you
Because
imagine
it's
what
supposed
kind of
to air
employee
in
she'd be?
August, but
What
I think
kind
they're
of
going to push
employee
it
she would
back
be?
closer to my release. And I have 10 additional episodes post
For
release.
what? For what network?
So let's see by the tone of his voice if his voice changes. You know, if his tone changes, because she sounds like she's proud.
Lifetime.
So you have a 6-episode document. So tell me about my part in it.
Each show has a part in it. Like the very small part we touched on was just that we used to be together, and
I believe that too. So he's saying, man, what are you gonna show me? What are you gonna do? Talk about me?
didn't work out, and that's it. But
Yeah, I don't think they'd be able to say a hell of a lot more without him signing a waiver. Seriously, because it would just be her side of the story.
there is no part,
Okay.
you know?
Kaylee, because he's in love with her. Like, I think he's in love with her, and we know why Ryan's in love with her. Jeff was the only one that I've caught so far that was like, you know?
Yeah.
I kept you and
Thank you,
Jeff,
Jamie.
Jeff more out of the picture as respect to everything. But you know, what parts we do talk about, like, please know that it's not talking about you in any negative light at all.
So Kathleen had a physical therapy appointment, Jamie. She's not here right now.
So, but basically the 10 additional episodes was just decided that they want them, and it's going to be like me on vacation, and me spending time with family, and me getting my hair done, and just like all those fun things.
How cute.
You know?
Look at what she grew up to be. Say it out loud. How you doing? How you
Speaking
doing?
of
Welcome to
things-
Thursday
Cute.
News.
We get
Huh.
Yeah, Jeff wasn't having it.
Yeah. How
So,
exciting.
yeah, and so it's just going to be kind of like, I think everybody wants to see what I do with my life after prison.
Let me see hands. Anybody want to see what she was doing with her life after prison? Rainbow ribbons is out of hand for her. No. Because look at what she did. Like, look at what she did. It was entertaining, but it was at the cost of somebody's life, of somebody else's life in prison, at probably his mom's not being here anymore. The whole thing could sit right there. Because hadn't you have said anything, Gypsy, none of this would have happened. And you're getting out, planning your life as a young woman who's going to have a baby and start her whole life over again. All Nick did was answer a fucking dating app. That's horrible.
I think everybody is
Yeah.
on that.
Hey, Jelly, the best.
And
Yeah, you got a lot. You got a lot coming up.
I do have a lot coming up. So it's like, I think after all of that,
I
maybe
don't hear
after the
his
first
voice
year
yet.
of being out, I think the cameras will die down. I don't want this to continue forever.
This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
But they are paying me like hella good. Like I'm gonna be set
Good.
for
Well,
a
good.
while. And
I'm glad to hear that.
really the only reason why I'm doing it.
Oh, that's the only reason why I'm doing it. Yep, only reason why. You notice how she didn't say anything about like being, an advocate for anything. You notice how she didn't say anything about that. She just talked about what she was going to do with her life, and look at what she did with her life. Do you think that this was in the plan? I think Ken was in the plan. I'm not sure it was this way, but I think Ken was in the plan.
Ryan has been really calm about it. We're trying to get it set up to where he gets paid as well as a participant for his part because it's going to be our life together. So
Eat cook.
I feel like he should get paid. He should get compensated for that.
I think she's telling him that
But I mean,
so
other
that
than
she gives him the idea that he can get money. You know what I'm saying? I think she's just kind of subliminally saying to him, yo, Ryan's gonna make some money off this shit. You could too. I didn't say that though. Subliminally saying that.
we
asked
are
about a
not,
baby.
I'm on birth control right now already. I haven't had a period in 3 months. I'm taking the depot shot, the shot, which fucked my system up.
So listen to what she wants to do before she has a baby. I want you to hear this. Hey, Lori, how you doing? Lori!
It's just on the rampage.
Lori, 420 time. Here you go.
On a rampage. Okay.
I'm on a rampage.
I've been up since 2, guys. 2:30.
No, like we want to wait. Like
Stella
I want to
Flamingo.
wait to have kids at least until after.
I think so, man. Everything she does, like, there's always a reason to call. There's never. She wants to get him every time. Seriously, she wants to get Ken every time to the fucking goal line. And the goal line for her is a marriage. That's what it is. It's not the kid, it's the marriage. And she tries in every conversation, and she's always got something. She's figuring, oh, maybe this will be the thing. Maybe this will be the thing. And this is what she's saying. Well, we're going to make a lot of money here. Maybe this will be the thing.
I've experienced.
He wants to travel.
life
Like she said in the last phone call and stuff that they had, he was talking about things he wanted to do. He wanted to travel. He wanted to do stuff. Mustard, how you doing? So, you hear what I'm saying? Like, he honestly was saying to her, I still want to travel. I want to do things. Because remember, she said, well, why aren't you married? And he was like, well, so that, and now she's singing his song. Listen, except guess what? Baby Aurora comes before she should, but not according to Gypsy, because Gypsy knew she could. And remember when she told Ken, I don't think I can have a baby. It's not gonna be so easy for me to have a baby. She told everybody on her show,
freedom
right?
and traveling and all of that stuff. When I'm ready, I'm not quite ready yet.
Not quite ready yet, but then she does. Look at what happens. She has the baby. Right? Pat's in pajamas. How you doing? I was watching Morbid's stream this morning, and I saw you on there, and I was like, oh, man. Like, I didn't even realize. I didn't get anything telling me that Morbid was going on, and I looked, man. I looked. And then when it went on, I couldn't even find it. It was weird.
16 of the Lindsay Clancy trial. And
Guys, this
you are
is
going to hear-
Lawyer Lee. You guys know Lawyer Lee. Take a few moments here because, this is so this is the heavy shit, right? That's why we go back and forth. I do have some. What does my friend 1980 call it? Palate cleansers. I want to give a big shout out to her, by the way, because she's been giving me a heads up about, hey, you might want to check this video out. You might, basically, Toddy, I know you're covering up a lot of shit, and here's because she knows there's certain ones I don't want to hear, and so a big shout out to her. I appreciate her immensely. Anyway, so let's just go here again to
Lindsay Clancy's entire defense.
So again, the palate cleansers. I'm sorry, that's what I'm talking about. So again, we're gonna have a palate cleanser, or something to, because this is dark. This is dark.
Case, all put together in one
Hey, good
witness.
multi-check,
This
good.
is Lindsay Clancy's star witness, the psychologist, Dr. Zeisel, who saw her. Today was day 16 of the Lindsay Clancy trial, and you are going to hear Lindsay. Today was day
I'm
16.
sorry that it keeps doing that. The glitch there. Hang on. It should go.
Today was day 16
go.
of the
Sorry
Lindsay
about
Clancy
that.
trial, and you are going to hear Lindsay Clancy's entire defense case, all put together in one witness. This is Lindsay Clancy's star witness, the psychologist, Dr. Zeisel, who saw her just.
This is 1980 millennial. This is 1980 millennial on 1989. It's 1980 millennials channel.
10 days after the children were killed while she was still in the hospital. He has followed her case for years, and today he told the jury exactly what he believes happened inside Lindsay Clancy's mind on January 24th. He says she was in psychosis. He says she heard a commanding voice, that she did not understand the wrongfulness of what she was doing and could not conform her conduct to the law. This is the witness that the defense must win in order for the jury to believe Lindsay Clancy's side of the case. And if the jury does believe him, Lindsay Clancy could be found not
Hey, Boo Boo, how you doing? Welcome.
responsible for killing her 3 children. But if the jury does not believe this witness, the entire defense could collapse. This is the place where Lindsay either wins or loses this case. Dr. Zeisel walked the jury through Lindsay's symptoms of mental illness, her many trips to doctors, clinics, hospitals.
A lot of people have watched this case, but a lot of people haven't. They've stayed with other stuff, so we know what this case is about. But I'm really interested because I want the mental health department, all of people that are in charge, to realize what the fuck is going on here. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on here with the way that we are treating people in this world? And look at the result of that. When somebody begs for mental health,
and her multiple medications, and ultimately her inability to get help.
Well, I'm glad you're
But
here,
the
Boo Boo.
prosecution has attacked back on several fronts.
Hope
They
everything's
say
all right
that
with your
Lindsay's
dad.
claim that she heard voices
Me
was
too.
made up after the children were killed. Hi, I'm Lawyer Lee. Please do hit that like button as you're coming in. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Attorney
Yeah, guys, hit that like button for me too, please. Jamie,
Reddington
can you
for
give
the
me
defense
Lawyer
asked
Lee's
Dr.
channel,
Zeisel
please?
about an article published by a research
at
program
Harvard
at Massachusetts
Law.
General Hospital,
At
and
Harvard
read
Lawyer
through the
Lee.
list of potential symptoms
Please.
to show that Lindsay Clancy clearly filled the symptoms of postpartum depression.
Did Lindsay, to your opinion, have depression?
Yes.
And were there indications from your review of the medical records that she felt low, flat, tearful, emotional, crying?
All of those things, yes.
So,
Did she also express anxiety, feeling tense, nervousness?
All of those things, yes.
I
Did she
know.
also express feelings that she was withdrawn, not able to socialize with people, wanting to talk or be near others?
All of those things as well, yes.
She indicated
Thank you, Jamie. Hey, guys, this is Harvard Lawyer Lee. This is the stream we're grabbing it from. So, Lawyer Lee.
that she felt
This is her
tired,
channel.
heavy, without energy.
Absolutely, yes.
Did she indicate that she was having a harder time taking care of her children?
Yes.
Did she
I
indicate
agree.
that she
I agree,
was
Lori.
having issues regarding personal hygiene, not bathing, things of that nature?
Yes.
But the defense believes that Lindsay's symptoms went beyond depression. She was in psychosis.
Yes.
That psychosis is critical to the defense theory because the jury will be asked to decide whether Lindsay had the capacity to understand that what she did was wrong and to conform her conduct to the law. The defense believes the psychosis means she did not have that capacity.
Did she indicate
By the way, guys, somebody got me this shirt, the Scotland shirt. I don't remember who it was, but one of you Scotland people. I think that you said just get it, like you sent me an Amazon thing or something. I forgot who did this. because you were like, it costs double if I ship it to you, so pick any one you want online or something like that. Anyway, thank you.
That she had severe confusion and actually hearing or seeing things that aren't there. In her case, it would not be seeing.
Oh,
That would
yeah.
be visual hallucinations.
Hats and
But did she complain of
pajamas.
hearing things
Yep.
that weren't there? Hallucinations.
Yes.
Did she complain of thoughts and beliefs that were not within reality and that she was in a disassociated state out of reality?
Yes.
Did she indicate that? Did you observe that there were circumstances where she exhibited increased energy, activity, productivity, otherwise known as hypomania?
Yes.
Did she complain that she had racing
Sorry,
thoughts,
we're sideways. We'll go
a quote
back the
busy
right way.
brain, end quote, increased creativity?
Absolutely.
Yes.
She was.
And when she said in your review of the medical record,
My problem with what you've written here, John A, is one, it's really long. So but the thing is that the doctors were incompetent, right? So absolutely.
is that she was having a busy
'Cause
brain.
why does she have to be incompetent? It's clear that the doctors were incompetent. So that's my feeling here.
She expressed the fact that she would get confused and that she thought her brain was damaged.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's correct.
Was she restless and agitated, unable to keep still,
Yes.
unable to sleep?
Yes. Extreme.
I mean, they're sitting here telling what kind of situation she was in. So maybe it's not that she was competent and faking it all. Maybe it's that they weren't competent because there's a trend going on here. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Extremely unable
What do you
to
guys
sleep.
think in the
You
chat?
see how Dr. Zeisel has put together all of the symptoms across the multiple providers that
How you
Lindsay
doing,
went to see
Angie?
and put those all together in one package for the jury. The doctor also says that even while she was in the middle of these symptoms, Lindsay knew that something was wrong. Dr. Zeisel walked the jury through the various doctors and clinics and hospitals where Lindsay Clancy went for help. She went first to a psychiatrist, Dr. Jennifer Tufts, and then also to South Shore, a perinatal clinic that was specifically aimed at helping women with postpartum issues. By December, Dr. Zeisel explained,
I don't think that you're victim shaming, but I feel like the tone of the conversation, and I don't mean to call you out, but I'm just saying, if you're going to put it out there, I'm going to argue with it. When I see a pattern, that, I mean, there isn't anything that is showing that she was of right fucking mind. That's so there isn't anything showing that she was of right mind. There isn't one person saying she was of right mind. So that's my argument. And, I feel like the one that's been incompetent the whole time has been the medical field, because she's been consistent in everything she said, even to the doctors here.
Lindsay
So
had become
that's the
paranoid
thing.
and she was having
And
intrusive
in a way,
thoughts.
I mean, in a way, it is almost victim blaming, because there isn't anything that I see where she's trying to have gotten away with anything here. Like, where's the benefit for her anywhere here?
What were her complaints that brought her to South Shore Perinatal Clinic on December 2nd?
She felt that her brain was damaged. She felt that she should kill herself. And she's never going to get any better.
Did she also express fear that people could hear her thoughts and that anything adverse would happen in her life regarding being a mother and having children?
Yes, that's called thought broadcasting.
And what was her concern about the children?
Her concern was that when people could hear her thoughts, her children would be removed from her care.
Things got so bad for Lindsay that she actually tried the suicide hotline twice and
So this woman even tried.
was turned away both times.
What? How do you turn away? How do you turn away somebody that's calling you up and telling you how they feel? What is up? Who is answering these calls? What the hell is going on? Like, this is a blind reaction. That's what, wowza.
Gets so bad that she ended up doing something.
And does it surprise you? I'm going to ask, does anybody who's from this country or actually know anything about this country feel like this is a big surprise? We went through COVID together. We went through the whole vaccine thing together. We've watched veterans be thrown out of hospitals and put on the streets, especially in California, together. We watched how a whole poor community and a community of color got left behind when it was Hurricane Katrina. So let's not just be stupid here. I mean, come on. Let's be real. This is real. These are facts. This stuff that I just threw out to you, facts.
Yes, that's correct.
What did she do?
She called the suicide hotline.
And do you know when that was, sir?
That was December 4th, 2022.
Did she receive any help from the suicide hotline?
She did not.
Why is that?
They told her she did not meet the standard of care because she did not have a plan.
Did she call the suicide hotline again, if you're aware?
Yes, she did.
Do you know when that was? Was that in December?
Hang on, what did you say? Hang on, let me see what you say. If I was to leave names of resources for emergency mental health providers and or names were to report poll, my comment will be, Leo, what the fuck, YouTube? That's appalling and irresponsible. I don't know what you're talking about here, but
Yes, I
988
believe that was
crisis helpline 988. I mean, I'm almost afraid to tell you to call it.
The following
because
week,
if
around
God
the fifth-
forbid, because I don't know who the hell was answering. I mean, do we have fucking bots answering crises hotlines?
15th, but I'm not positive about that.
Did she receive help on the second call? Did she call the suicide hotline?
Unbelievable.
No, she did not.
The defense relies heavily on this theme. Lindsay wanted help. She sought help, and she could not get it.
And that's
During
what
December,
is proof.
Lindsay became
These
more
are
depressed.
facts.
And
Everything else is speculation. Everything else, these are facts. She went for help. Her whole life was fucked over. She felt everything.
paranoid, Dr. Zeisel explained. Even though she had never been in trouble with the law, she became afraid.
And did she express that she was in fear or concerned about DCF and or the police in the middle of December 22?
Very much so.
What did she say?
She was worried that her children would be removed from her and that she would never see them again.
Dr. Zeisel told the jury that on December 20th, Lindsay sought emergency help at the Massachusetts General ER.
It was right there at Christmas time too, right?
They
So, I
offered
mean,
her a
come on.
choice of an inpatient program or a partial hospitalization program at Women and Infants in Rhode Island. Lindsay took the Women and Infants partial hospitalization program. It was basically a day program at a hospital in Rhode Island. It was supposed to be for women suffering from postpartum issues. But Women and Infants concluded that Lindsay was not right for their program, and they refused to accept her. They concluded, and this was partially based
Wow, I can't wait to hear this.
on talking to Lindsay and Patrick, that her problem was not so much postpartum issues as the fact that she had been over-medicated. 10 days later, on December 30th, Lindsay went back to the Massachusetts General ER. This time, she took the inpatient admission. She was voluntarily admitted to McLean, but discharged after just 5 days there.
Her insurance ran out. You want to bet?
The prosecution has argued that Lindsay pushed to be released so she could go to Cora's birthday party. But the defense says it was fully approved by the McLean medical staff.
Cleared her as well to be
Okay, so if she wanted to go to her daughter's birthday party and come back, and they said, yeah, she's good enough to go, why is that a problem? And why does that make her any less psycho? I mean, because she could figure out when her daughter's birthday party was? I don't understand.
discharged?
Yes.
That was not what is referred to as AMA or against medical advice, right?
Yes.
Yes, what?
Yes, it's not AMA. It's not against medical advice. She was following hospital guidelines. She was discharged accordingly.
And she wanted to go to her daughter's some function?
She wanted to go to her daughter Cora's birthday party, which was held on the 7th of January.
Despite the hospitalization at McLean, Dr. Zeisel says that Lindsay's intrusive thoughts kept up through the month of January.
She wasn't just having everyday thoughts that we all have, reminding ourselves to do something, which we make note of, and then we move on. Intrusive thoughts are unrelenting. They don't stop. They're what we call ego dystonic. You don't want them. They keep interfering with your ability to get through the day.
You know, I don't have a problem if that's where you went. I have a problem if that's where you work, multi-chick. So if you went there and you could talk from your own experience, I don't have a problem with you putting up a place. But if it's a place where you work or own any shares in, I have a problem with that. So I think that's fair.
Did she have, at this point, intrusive thoughts continuing regarding voices in her head that she heard constantly.
Yes.
What were these voices saying to her?
They were getting worse, and they were telling her to kill herself.
Dr. Zeisel specifically spelled out the defense legal position. In other words, why the defense believes Lindsay Clancy should be found not guilty because she is not criminally responsible for what she did.
My opinion is that she did have indeed a mental disease or defect. That's a legal construct, not a
I'm pretty sure that that's what she was going to do, right?
DSM-5 one, but she had bipolar disorder with postpartum psychoses. In addition, she was unable to conform her behaviors to the rule of law, and she had no appreciation for the wrongfulness of her act.
What the doctor has just stated is exactly what the defense wants.
So I don't know. I don't think you're from this country. It's different. She went to a different type of hospital. She went to like a mental hospital. She didn't go to a regular hospital. And if you do go to a regular hospital, they're only going to keep you for so long, and then they're going to let you go. So here, they're like two different places. I hope that answers your
The
question.
jury to find in this case that Lindsay Clancy is not criminally responsible for what she did. The doctor and the defense believe that Lindsay heard a commanding voice. She followed it, and she is not criminally responsible for what she did as a result. The prosecution believes that Lindsay was fully capable of
You know how many like benzos she had? Thank you, Cree. Thank you so much. You know how many benzos she had?
understanding what she was doing on the night of January 24th. They have asked.
Yeah, to keep you sane, it costs a lot of money. But they'd rather you get out, not have a record, go ahead and have a gun. This is what our country does,
Much
right?
every witness who took the stand about how she was acting during the month of January. No one, not her medical providers, family, friends, had any idea that she was in psychosis. And in fact, most of them thought that she was improving through the month of January. The prosecution takes that as evidence that whatever psychosis used to exist was gone. This was Lindsay making a choice, not Lindsay being compelled by a mystery voice that no one else heard. So the prosecution pushed the theme during the cross-examination of Dr. Zeisel.
Yeah, she had
the doctor had to
diazepam
admit
and
that when he
lorazepam.
first met Lindsay in the
Come on,
hospital,
that's
she didn't have her
ridiculous.
phone.
Yes, they mentioned like 6 things. And there was a few that was like, wow, don't they give you that if you're allergic to that one? Like, why would they double dose on that? It was crazy.
With her, yep, she was able to give him her husband's phone number from memory. But Dr. Zeisel says that sort of ability has nothing to do with whether or not Lindsay was in psychosis.
There's a setting on your breaker panel.
I agree with that. So listen, we're going to get back into the Lindsay Clancy. There's more to the video, but it gets dark, right? So, got $1. Hey, brother, got $1.
No, I don't work here, but I'll still help you.
There we go.
I need an SD card.
Damon Darlin.
Card that was in a
Got $1.
CPAP.
Like a memory card or
Yeah.
something?
Uh-huh.
There's a 128 gigabyte.
That should work.
Does that look like it? Of what you
Yeah,
had?
listen here. Listen here looks about right.
All right. What's your name, bud?
Warren. Hartman.
Warren
Thank you. What's yours?
Damon Darling.
Damon.
Philanthropist. Things like that.
Oh my.
Yeah,
Hey, brother,
Bob.
got $1.
I was saying
Yeah, my meemaw left me an oil rig out in Austin, Texas.
North Texas, huh?
Yeah, it's tied up in a RICO investigation. But once I'm vindicated and released.
There's a 128.
Oh, he ain't let me finish, bud. It's okay. It's rhetoric.
Pardon
It
me.
is funny. We
I'm
like
just going
him
to take
on
a
the
hit
show.
of it, Bob.
I ain't
Must
got
be
it.
some good stuff.
I know
I'm 10 years, 8 months sober, but I was like, forget it. I've got to have a hit. Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Have some youth.
Man, I smell it. Let me inhale it.
I smell it. Let me
Things
inhale it.
like that. All right, you going to go with that one?
Yes.
I'll buy it for you, bud.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, let me get it. You want fixed income?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll get it. Ain't no shame in it.
How are you?
I'm good.
See you all the time.
Oh, do you? You single?
No, my wife's still
I thought he was asking the lady. He always asks the ladies. In the meantime, I think his wife films him.
You sound upset, bud.
No.
He did. He said, "You single?" No, wife's at home. You sound upset, Bob.
I didn't mean
Oh,
to
thank
sound
you.
that way.
Here you go, bud.
80.
Thank you for shopping at
Yep, there's your receipt. You want a bag or?
No.
Okay.
Be all right. Cool. Thank you very
Well,
much.
hey man, you're welcome. I had a blast clowning with you and getting to know you. We got to do better, man. Just, you know.
People smiling more, right?
Yeah, people don't talk to strangers enough no more. We're all brothers and sisters, you know.
Brother. All right, guys. So we're going to be back to Lawyer Lee. You guys all right in the chat? Let me check on you. Good. I'm glad you guys are talking about some stuff. It's listen, we don't care. We just, you know, I don't want to get political. And I'm not going to say that it was any one politician or any one party. This was humanity that gave up on us. That's my opinion. Humanity lost over us with a civilization because look at the way we treat each other. Look at what's happening. And especially I can speak in the United States. I can speak about the United States. It would be shocking to have the kind of crime that we have today. I don't want to hear, oh, it's social media because we get it firsthand. Social media, that's not true, in my opinion. Because if there would have been any kind of school, SHOOTING, when I was growing up, I fucking would have heard about it all over the news. Just like I remember seeing things about the Vietnam War, you know. I remember seeing things on the news. I remember when the plane crashed over the Everglades and the names of the deceased bodies rolled up on the screen like some sort of film credit that had way too many people in the fucking film. So I would have seen that. We would have been taught something. That wasn't even something we were taught. You know, we were taught, don't talk to strangers on the way to the bus stop. Don't talk to strangers on the way back from the bus stop. Come straight home from school. Don't forget. That's what we were taught. Kids now, we have watched and allowed the normalization of school SHOOTINGs. Hey, Penelope. Hey, Penelope, was it you that got me this shirt?
People who are
It
in
might
that
have been
state can do
Nikita.
things that they've done before. New tasks may be difficult, like changing the tire, but if you
Hey,
look up
Grace,
things
how
on the
you
internet,
doing?
you can look them up again.
And is it your understanding, to a reasonable degree of medical certainty, that a person who's in a psychotic state is able to
Thank you,
drive a car
Penelope.
for a short distance, go to an appointment, and interact and talk to people?
Yes, they can do everyday tasks of living.
So the
Thank
fact
you, I
that
love
she's not talking about the unicorns in the corner, and she's not slurring her speech, and she's not unable to walk, to your opinion, to a reasonable degree of medical certainty, does that mean that she's not in a psychotic state?
It does not.
The prosecution pointed to all the very normal.
Man, doesn't that make sense to you, though? The more guns, the more shootings. No, that doesn't make sense to us here. We're idiots. And then you get this. This is one of my favorite arguments. Hey, Toddy, if you know the thing that happened in Idaho at the In-N-Out Burger, yeah. What if that guy didn't have a GUN? You mean the guy that started SHOOTING? No, the guy that stopped them. Well, I don't know. Let's rewind the tape. Let's go back to the guy that actually started it. But the problem isn't that. We can't rewind the tape now, right? Because they're out there. We have printers that make GUNs. We do. It's already out. It's like the toothpaste going back into the toothpaste container, you know? It's not going to happen. You're not going to get it back in there. So what do we do now? Like, what do we do now? And that's the question. You know, I don't know.
Things that Lindsay did during the month of January and even on the day of the killings, January 24th, in the hours before the children were killed. She built a snowman with the two older kids. She texted photos to her mom and to Patrick. She even ordered.
I don't think that this woman was doing this for any special thing other than she was trying to do the best she could. Poor Lindsay. I mean,
but the witness said there was nothing contradictory about the fact that Lindsay could do all of those things, but still be hearing voices.
Did she later in that day Google directions to a...
Yeah. unfortunately, I think we'd have to start again, or God forbid, go through some sort of horrible tragedy. Remember how nice we were after 9/11? I mean, that's what it takes, unfortunately. I just don't know if it's in our culture anymore to be kind, if I'm honest. And that's sad.
Yeah, a restaurant.
Because I'm still here.
Yes,
Is
I
that
have
something that a
family
person
still
can do
here,
when they're
people I
in that
care
type of
about.
a state?
easily.
Did the
Yes.
voices of the intrusive thoughts, to your interview and your understanding, abate or stop at that point on January 24th?
No.
Did they continue?
You're
Yes.
good, Pats.
And did she communicate by text with her husband about
You just boil the shit. Don't you just boil it?
getting dinner and getting something from CVS?
Yes.
And what was it? Was it Pedialyte?
Pedialyte or Flexlax, it's a stool softener for her child.
And that,
Yeah, so she sent the husband to the store for this because the child had a problem, right?
that's something that was prescribed by the doctor, right?
Yes.
Does that make sense that if somebody is in a state where they're having these symptoms, that they're able to remember that the doctor wanted the child to have Pedialyte and she tells her husband to get Pedialyte?
Yes, it does not interfere with that type of everyday.
You see what I'm saying? It's like two different highways that are running what we think is parallel to each other. It's like the left brain and the right brain. You know what I'm saying? It's like she's got these feelings and these emotions, but she's got these thoughts that are almost like secondary. It's almost like short-term memory. How do you remember what happened here? But I don't know. The next day it's like, what? Huh? What happened? How do you explain that? Excuse me, cannot explain that because that is way the fuck out of my pay grade. I don't have a clue. But maybe I could bring somebody on the channel that can explain things like that, or if we know somebody, if you guys are interested. I mean, to me, I'm fine not understanding everything in this world, especially if there's no fixing it. Maybe if we understand it, we could fix it. You know, maybe we could take the hate out of people and the violence out of people. Maybe we can in some futuristic world. I don't know what to do about it now.
Living.
The prosecution has suggested that Lindsay is making up some of the so-called symptoms of psychosis. Specifically, they've suggested she
it's
really
kind of
didn't
like,
hear.
let me give you a good example. It's like we'll see somebody online and they're happy as hell, right? Or, well, when I say online, I should take that back. Like, we'll see a celebrity and they're happy as hell. Or we'll see somebody that, you know, we know, and the last time we saw them, happy as hell. And all of a sudden, it's like something happens. Or worse, you know somebody, or, you know, we hear about these stories with neighbors and friends that know these people, that all of a sudden these people live these second lives, not only by cheating on people, but maybe by hurting people, you know? So how do we figure it out? How do they, you know, get by it and we don't see things? How see what I'm saying? It's like two different sides of the brain, mate. And there's just two different sides of the brain working here. And it's almost like being split in half. I think that she's able to function because that's almost like an automatic pilot for her. And when she allows thoughts to come in, they're just not good. It's being depressed and then like getting online and showing your face. Like, if you guys, would it surprise you if I said, well, when I get offline, I just go lay down and I cry. And I come on and I'm back here with a smiley face. I mean, I don't do that. But just because you see something that way doesn't mean that that's the way it is, right? And it doesn't mean that that's not the way it is. There are people like that. You know what I'm saying? They're able to function when they function, but when there's no noise going and they're with their own thoughts, it's very dark, you know?
Hear a commanding voice.
You guys know what I'm
that was
talking
something
about.
she
Yo.
made up, maybe even with this witness's help, to get herself off the hook legally. The prosecution insists
and listen, that could be the case too. That could be the case too, because I know when you take a Valium, or any kind of diazepam type thing. When you take one of those, right, you get a reaction. So maybe she didn't take anything on certain times when you saw her, the drug was wearing off. And then maybe when she started with crazy things, she started like her medication started kicking in. You don't know. I just think that this is the saddest thing, and this is not what this woman was. I mean, if she would have had, she didn't kill her kids just to fucking kill her kids. That didn't happen here. I am convinced that didn't happen here. And for anybody to and Jamie hasn't been here in a few days, and I get this, but Jamie, I put out a video that Annie Elise put up. It was a little short, and it was really important. And what it said was, do not gaslight this woman anymore. This woman screamed that she needed help with mental health, and people told her that's not what it is. And now she's telling us for years now, this is how I unalive my children. She lived through it. She tried to kill herself over it. She lost her mobility over it. And she's telling us this, and we're saying, no, that's not what happened. Patrick did it. It's like, please pay attention to what happened here. This is a failure of mental health, and it's now for everybody to see. So for all the people that suffer like this woman, that don't have the platform that this woman unfortunately has now, we have to be loud about it. And I am convinced of that.
That Lindsay Clancy
That's why I get
conveniently
upset when we talk about maybe that didn't happen here. You know what I'm saying? It happened. She thinks it happened. Her lawyer's brilliant. People keep saying he's a brilliant lawyer. He would definitely follow that trail if that trail existed. You know, we got to believe sometimes that there are some people that do things right. And perhaps at the end of the line is this lawyer that's doing the right thing by her.
only heard this commanding voice one time in her life. Before the killings, she told her providers, her mental health providers, about intrusive thoughts, but she never mentioned hearing voices, much less a commanding voice.
My question to you, though, was where in the records from September to January 23rd of 2022 did she tell any of the providers she saw that she heard a voice telling her to kill herself?
It's not in the records.
In fact, the commanding male voice was a one-time thing, not something that Lindsay heard before or after the night of January 24th, 2023.
In those voices that you are saying she told you she heard about wanting to die or to kill herself or her brain was damaged, prior to January 24th.
I mean, when somebody goes in there and says, my brain is damaged, like, what the fuck? What more do you need when somebody has lived an upstanding life? You know, she wasn't somebody who was a drugs user. She wasn't somebody whose credibility was in question. She was a respected woman who needed help, and they treated her like, I don't even know. I don't fucking know. I don't know what it takes to get help here in this country. I don't know what it takes to get help for people that are begging for it, man. I just don't get it.
2023.
It's heartbreaking.
Did she say it was her own voice she could hear? It was her own thoughts.
She did not identify whose voice it was.
Fair to say the only time she specifically said she heard a male voice was when she recounts the events on January 24th of 2023.
Yes, that's accurate. She has not heard voices since the event took place in 2023.
And you've now testified that over the course of a period of time that she did hear voices, right?
Yes.
Dr. Zeisel did say that Lindsay had told another.
Well, I wouldn't have stayed if you're asking me, but I honestly feel like he felt like everything was good. He probably did ask her, you sure it's okay? And she said yes. And obviously there were moments when things were okay. I don't really think that there's anybody to blame here except the doctors. I really, I just don't. I don't know. I didn't live in the house. The guy worked from home. I don't know. There's times that my phone fucks up. I don't know. To take all that and say that he unalived his 3 kids because we don't want to believe that a mom did it. But we still have a hard time with moms that take the lives of children. We do. We don't like that. We don't like it. And especially when we see a mom who's had years and years of love towards her children, to think, oh my God, if it could happen to her, that's the part that scares us. And because it scares us, we act like it can't possibly happen because we don't want it to happen to somebody else, somebody that we love, somebody who's responsible for the lives of the people that we love. But it does. But it does.
Person about hearing the commanding voices the night the children died. According to Zeisel, she also told the hospital chaplain.
She spoke to a chaplain named Sheila Kavanaugh, who I spoke to.
Dragons, she told the doctor the same thing. He's got a day. You can go. He not on my channel, because I started covering this a little bit later than that. But you can go to Lawyer Lee's and she'll probably break it down for you. No, she's done every day of the trial, just so you know. And if you don't care for Lawyer Lee, I bet you the Emily D. Baker, I guarantee you, has something on this. And Law and Crime and all the other channels that we like. I think Lawyer Lee does a great job. You guys seem to like her, so we're going to just stick with her for a while, if that's all right. If not, we'll go to somebody else.
Chaplain Kavanaugh told me
tell me who you
that
like
Ms. Clancy told her that she heard a male voice instructing her to first kill her children and then herself.
So the same message that she delivered to Patrick that day on the phone, you heard from a chaplain at Brigham and Women's Hospital after the incident occurred in January of 2023?
And the witness said yes to that. The prosecution also pointed out that Lindsay only attempted suicide one time, that same night.
At any point in which the defense...
Yeah, but the thing about, I want to say something about Susan Smith, just so you know, Stasia. Susan Smith, she blamed it on somebody else. She never said it was her. She blamed it on somebody else. She said that she was carjacked by an African-American man. And she made a point of getting out of the car. This woman literally tried to end her life. And succeeded in, I think, dying twice. They brought her back. She's paralyzed from the legs down. I have never seen where there is guilt. We've watched a lot, unfortunately, a lot of women that have unalived people and their children, right? Unfortunately. This woman was weeping hysterically, not because of any kind of penalty that's coming to her, but because of the fact her children aren't there. You know, and that was the first time I saw that covering something. So this woman shouldn't even be compared, in my opinion, to Susan Smith, because this woman, no, I ain't buying it. Not buying it.
Heard these voices about harming herself.
I'm a million% convinced that this woman was under psychosis and she was failed by the medical department, because that's what we keep hearing. I mean, these are facts that nobody is disputing, even the fucking doctors. Her psychiatrist had never met her personally. It was like this, like I'm meeting you guys. Do you know that? And we've met more than they did. What do you think of that? I'm telling the truth. You can check it out. It's our medical care, right? She's in a place. This woman's having virtuals with her. This doctor, who was only a doctor, I think, for like a month before.
And did she?
That's correct. Yes, she did not
Hey,
act on those.
Cree, you leaving us?
She sought help
Hey,
instead.
Grace.
In 3 years, she's never made an attempt to harm herself, has she? Other than January 24th of 2023.
No.
But there could be an explanation
Creative. Have a
for
good
why
day.
there
Thank
has
you.
not been another attempt after the children died.
In Tewksbury, has there been a concern of suicidal ideation?
Yes.
And what, as a result of that, SI, as counsel kept repeating to you through the records, is her status at Tewksbury?
She's on a constant one-to-one to ensure that Ms. Clancy doesn't take her own life.
The prosecution would like to paint Lindsay as cold to what happened to her kids. when she first called Patrick about 10 days after the killings, he says that she talked about what she was going through and what had happened, but she didn't mention the kids. Dr. Zeisel overheard that same conversation, and he had to agree with that.
But in that subsequent conversation that you were witness to where they were speaking on the phone and she told them about these voices or explained about the voices, did she ask about the kids?
She did not, as I recall.
The prosecution also drew a contrast between Lindsay's life today and the fact that the kids never got a chance at life. The prosecutor went through the hospital notes from the hospital where Lindsay now lives. She read out what Lindsay was doing on key dates, like the kids' birthdays and the anniversary of the day that the kids were killed.
Okay, so let's hear this. Nope, I guess there's nothing here. So that will probably be tomorrow, I guess. I don't know. If I missed something there, I apologize. But I thought that was the end of that. No, wait a minute. It's not the end of that. I take that back. I'm sorry. I take that back. There's more to this. Wait a minute. Wait. Hang on. No. There's more to this. But this is just, again, another feel-good moment. Just another feel-good moment. And this is our friend who we just found. I just found this guy online. He's an Uber troller. So he's an Uber driver that makes up songs about his passengers. And then he plays the songs. And the people's reaction is a little funny. So let's listen up.
Corey, hand white. Hey! Corey. Corey step back, clean white tee, fresh press.
Corey's in the back seat.
Black shorts fitted right, he don't need the rest.
So he gets all this information, obviously, because they get a description of who you're going to go pick up. You're going to pick up Corey. What's his description, please? I'm wearing black pants and a white shirt. Okay. And a black hat, and I'll have sunglasses on. Okay. He puts all the information. He does an AI song, right? Generates an AI song, but I think it's his beat. And I'm not sure if it's his words. I don't know how that shit works. He's the one that raps, and he did do a freestyle, just so you know, with that guy, Carlos, that he had last time, because Carlos happened to be a music producer. So you guys should check that out. I didn't grab that one because you should watch it on his channel. This one's been out a minute or so. But please check him out. His channel's right here, Trolling Uber Riders. Check him out. I like him.
Shades on his face, door lock click, keys in the pocket, moving quick. He left the house with the screen.
He's always ready to laugh, so he's always doing something with his mouth.
Still lit, one last look back, then he dipped front steps to the curb, hitting the skin. You can tell by the walk, he been out and in.
Yeah, This is a Jewish fella, and the only reason why I'm saying that is because a lot of the people he picks up are Jewish. Like, I know that the Jewish people, and especially in upstate New York, they have, or in New York, I'm sorry, they have their own taxi service and their own car service. Seriously, it's like instead of like AAA, no lie, I'm not joking. I know it's going to sound, it's called Triple J or something. It has to, it's Jewish people that actually go, I promise you, you could look it up. It's Jewish people that actually go and help other Jewish people with car problems, like a AAA for Jewish people. I'm telling you, I am so serious. But this guy right here, exactly, Edie Cook, exactly. Who is this? Is this the guy, Jamie? Is this him? Is this guy right here? I hope it is.
He in the back seat, black one.
Anyway, so what I was saying is, yeah, so I think he has something to do with like the Jewish taxi thing. But because I see a lot of times he has Jewish people in there because you can tell by the names they're wearing yarmulkes. But I think also, and it's important for me to say this, because in a world where there is division, that's a black man in the back of his car. So if he's picking up Jewish people, he's also picking up everybody else. So good for him, and good for him with the songs, with the people. And I just like this guy. There's like no prejudice there. He's going to make a song about everybody.
Hand on the door, one eye outside.
Come on, bro. What's up? This, bro?
What's up?
What is this, bro?
Is there something
So the guy in the back seat said, "Man, what's this?
back there?"
No, bro, this song is about me. I wasn't even paying attention, bro.
And he's like, no, man, I wasn't paying attention. What are you talking about? I'm driving. I can't, I'm not like really listening.
Did you not hear the music?
Nah, bro, I'm driving all day. I wasn't even thinking about it.
You just put the song on and said
I just clicked a random one on Spotify.
This has my name in it.
Corey's not an uncommon name.
Fair enough. All
right, man. Maybe I'm bugging out, bro. That's all.
You want to hear it? You turn it off? You want me to change it?
Nah, he's cool, bro.
The porch to the block, he cutting through on the way to that chicken spot with something to do. Corey in black, going to the chicken spot, he don't look back. Corey in white, shades on low. Left the house right now.
What's up? Turn this off, bro. It's taking me to Popeyes.
Word.
And the song is about chicken.
Right.
With my name.
Right. I can see how that's weirding you out a little bit.
Bro, this is more than weirding me out. You might have to drop me off. Like,
I'm going to Popeyes.
You want me to drop just here?
Just drop me right at that light, bro. Just drop me off, bro.
You sure?
Bro, this is a little too.
All right, my bad, dude. I didn't mean to weird you out or anything.
I'm weirded out all the way.
My bad, dude. Sorry.
It's funny, right?
All right, man.
Thank you.
Wait, this is funny. You can't get out. He's
5 stars if you want.
All right, so hopefully that made you laugh a little bit. Yeah, I like this guy. He's fun. I like this guy a lot. Let's get into it. Back to the dark stuff, unfortunately, but there's that in the
aware that
world.
on May 26, 2023, that the defendant was observed by staff in a note stating that she was visible along the unit hallways, self-propelling her wheelchair with her one-to-one staff. She had a visit with her mother who brought dinner for her. They ate and played games during the visit. Are you aware of that?
Exactly.
3 years ago and a few months. I don't know that. I don't remember.
That would have been approximately 4 months after the incident and on the date of Cowan's first birthday, right?
Yes.
The prosecutor went through several notes pointing out that Lindsay was apparently watching TV, visiting with her family, playing games like dominoes, attending a coffee group, things like that. It was pretty good cross-examination, I thought. But on redirect from Lindsay's attorney, Dr. Zeisel pointed out that Lindsay is not exactly...
Yeah, I know that, but I don't think that man was Jewish. You know, I could be wrong, but yeah, I'm aware. I am aware of that. It's not common, you know, and I only know that, you know, maybe it's a lot more common today. But, you know, I don't know.
living.
I think he's actually picked up everybody.
Brand life.
Extremely well regarded and well liked on that unit by everyone.
Overruled. How about in reviewing the records?
So you see, she was well liked by everybody. This woman was a good woman.
I didn't hear that
Good
she's
woman.
laughing and partying and having a good time while she's in the Tewksbury Hospital. Did you see anything like that?
He's an Uber driver. You know what I'm saying? Like they called him to come and pick him up. So he found out all of the, what's the word I'm looking for? He found out all of, you know, the description because he's an Uber driver. That's how he's able to get the song ready before he picks up that person. So it's not a stranger to him so much.
Lindsay Clancy has bad
Uber.
days and worse days.
Eddie and the
And
Cruisers.
when you speak
On the
with her and
dark
meet
side
with
of
her,
town.
doctor,
Yep.
has
On
she
the
ever
dark side.
mentioned her children? Because apparently, according to the questioning that you underwent,
No. You cannot get out of an involuntary hold. No, you can't. If you were put in there, you can't get out of it.
She does speak about her children.
What did she say?
She really loves them and misses them and thinks of them every single day, almost every moment of the day.
The prosecutor also showed a video of this witness, Dr. Zeisel, giving a press conference back in 2023 alongside Lindsay's attorney, Kevin
I would
Reddington.
think so too.
Basically, Dr. Zeisel said something pretty similar to what he says today. I'll let you hear it for yourself. The sound quality was horrendous. During the live broadcast of the trial, this was essentially unintelligible.
I'm pretty sure he's the one that writes the words because I did hear him freestyle.
I put it through a processor and jacked up the sound to maximum to give you a chance, and I've added subtitles. So hopefully you'll be able to hear it.
Okay, thank you. We're going to take another short break. We got some dog love here, and then we're going to end with Lawyer Lee. We got a few more stories, and then we'll be done. Those. So this is Dogs at the Bitch. Oop, that dog bit her on the butt. Bit her on the butt. Yeah, that's where I said the word palate cleanser from. Yeah, that's where I got the word from. Whoa! Look at that dog.
Make a hole. A hole for what?
Those are such cute little dogs, those dachshunds.
More
Long-haired
digging.
dachshunds. Like, what do you expect, seriously, with a dog at the beach? That's what they're going to do. One of the first things they do.
Even.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. Milo used to do that to Hero all the time, and I used to say, Hero, he's going to get bigger than you one day.
Hurry, hurry, in here, in here. Drop it in here. There you go, good girl.
Oh, shit. Maple!
Eddie's first time at the beach didn't go to plan.
Watch. This isn't. Whoa, who would think that's okay? Milo does that shit. Look at that. There you go. Look at that gorgeous, gorgeous dog there. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that a beauty? That's a beauty. Boxer coming. Boxer coming. Woo! Back to the Lindsay trial. Back to the Lindsay trial.
Individuals who can present as being lucid, linear, and clear thinking do not make those people not mentally ill. They have the capacity for, on occasion, to be able to do things that they've been doing for a long period of time. When you have delusional thinking, fixed beliefs that are unchangeable, and hallucinations, namely command hallucinations, telling you to do things, telling you to do things that are malevolent, and you believe those voices that are telling you you need to follow what they say, that's when things go downhill, behaviorally, psychiatrically, and familially. And that's what we see in the most tragic of cases for individuals who could be healthy and normal, and quite frankly, because they're paranoid and worried about what others think, they hold back on what they care. And in some cases throughout the country and the world, these are people.
So it looks to me like he's not, he's doing some sort of discussion
when
here.
they function well, but because they have the onset of command hallucinations, which they adhere to, and they believe the voice that they have to do
Gary
something.
Lucas.
That's the tragedy.
I was not able to get the subtitles to work for the middle section. I'm going to read for you from a transcript that I have prepared based on what I think I hear. And individuals who can present as being lucid and linear and clear thinking do not make those people not mentally ill. They have the capacity to, upon occasion, be able to do things that they've been doing for a long period of time. When you have delusional thinking, fixed beliefs that are unchangeable, and hallucinations and command hallucinations telling you to do things that are malevolent, and you believe those voices that are telling you you need to follow what they say, that's when things go downhill. Behaviorally, psychiatrically, familially, that's what we see in the most tragic of cases. And for individuals who could be healthy and normal, and quite frankly, because they are paranoid and worried about what others think, they hold back going for care. And in some cases, throughout the country and the world, these are people who one day will be functioning well, but because they have the onset of command hallucinations, which they adhere to, and they believe the words that they have to do something, that's when tragedy occurs. The prosecution suggested this showed the witness had confirmation bias. Early in the case, Dr. Zeisel was standing beside the defense attorney.
So I know a lot of people, when they hear this, they think maybe about the Valo Daybell. No, I don't agree with that either. I don't think so either. I'm not sure that woman, I think she's crazy, but not crazy enough to, she went on and lived and just, how come for her it wasn't a better place to go, but it was a better place for her kids, right?
And defending Lindsay. Clearly, the prosecution says he decided early.
And listen, there are a lot of black Jewish people. I don't want to get into that. I'm not going to debate that. It doesn't matter. It's fine.
On what he thought happened, which could make it very difficult for him to change his mind, even if he did receive new information. He's not an unbiased witness.
Opus, how you doing?
Personally, I am completely unpersuaded by that argument. He did not exactly state an opinion about Lindsay specifically, but to me, it would not have made a difference if he had. That is how the expert witness system is currently set up. Both sides come in with experts who just coincidentally happen to agree with them. The prosecution's argument is more an indictment of the expert witness system, not Dr. Zeisel. I guarantee you the prosecution will only put up experts who agree with the prosecution's side of the case. But for people who are less steeped in the expert witness system, the argument could go either way. The press conference could show that Dr. Zeisel was consistent and stuck to the principles he laid out early on. That's the defense position. Or it could show that Dr. Zeisel committed to a point of view early on. Today, the judge also heard a defense motion to bring in a social worker as a witness. The judge allowed the two sides to voir dire, or ask questions of this social worker outside the presence of the jury.
That's interesting.
The social worker worked for several years at McLean and now has her own business.
Don't forget, remember that TikTok woman? The woman that worked at McLean for like 7 or 8 years and broke down exactly what the people meant by what was said. I had that online. Remember that?
The defense found her because she put out a 10-minute TikTok blasting the prosecution's cross-examination of Lindsay's husband, Patrick Clancy. Patrick had testified that
it's considered real, but it wasn't something we talked about, right? So because of that, the shame, the stigma.
McLean did not do much for Lindsay during her 5 days there. It was over the New Year's
But there's always been fucking psychiatrists, right?
weekend, and he said they had a skeleton staff. Patients sat around and did coloring, played with clay. Not exactly the high-level mental health intervention that
Well, we saw it, though, but we saw it. We saw it.
someone like Lindsay Clancy needed. The witness said he was
Sorry
right,
about that,
and the
my
prosecution
friend.
insinuations were
Motion.
unfair. But ultimately, the judge decided he would not allow the social worker to testify. She left McLean a full year before Lindsay got there. Plus, McLean has now turned over records
So see, she just said that,
about
right?
holiday staffing and programming. So the defense can use those, the judge
That's fine. That's fine. As long as they get the truth.
said. The judge then excused the jury early, saying an unforeseen circumstance, we don't really know what, had come up. Attorney Reddington told a Fox reporter that the defense may
so we'll
rest
get into
tomorrow.
the next
After that,
story
the state
here.
will be
Guys, I
Again,
believe
it's
we got
rebuttal
some
case.
Karen Reed
This
stuff
case
to come
is
up, but
winding
there's more
up,
stuff as
not
well.
down. Please subscribe because you don't want to miss a
Lawyer Lee, check
day of
her
this
out.
case. And please hit that like button. I'll see you tomorrow.
Hit the like button for me too, please. Fun stuff.
All good if I eat in your car?
Uh-oh. Here he is again. Uberman.
Appreciate it, man.
Thanks for asking.
Going to the Fort Lauderdale airport, all right?
With a good
Fort Lauderdale Airport, been there several times.
90s old school.
90s rap.
Yeah.
Okay, I like 90s rap.
Probably 8 miles from where I live.
Yeah.
If it, maybe 6.
Elon stepped out clean at the office.
So Elon, that's a unique name, right?
Gray dress, pants pressed like he meant business, sir. Checkered shirt and color, y'all.
Checkered shirt.
I'm walking on top. Watch on his wrist and he never even stopped. Something
Bro,
in his
what
hand,
is
he
this,
took
man?
one
Bro, what is this, man?
last bite. Hot sun on his shoulders in the day.
What is this?
Just something else.
So this guy's from Florida, I reckon.
Cab door shuts off. One more little errand and he's lifting off. Moving to the airport.
I'm glad Pat's in pajamas.
Bro, going to the airport.
So this guy's like, whoa, my name's Elon. I'm dressed just like what the song says, and I'm fucking going to the airport, man. Too bad it didn't say anything about him eating in the car. He didn't know about that.
Dude, I swear it said my name. Then it says something about going to the airport, man.
He's on the move with a quick bite left. And the sky use. Traffic on the avenue, shimmer on the glass. He checked the time once, then let it pass.
This is funny, right? This is good stuff.
Pants, check his shirt, go watch.
Bro,
Cooling off inside while the street feels
what is this, man?
This guy looks a little afraid, no?
front. Radio
Checkered shirt, gray pants. Dude.
And I'm going to the airport. My name's Elon.
Pull over for a sec, dude.
Pull over for a minute, man. Something don't feel right here. I don't understand what's going on here.
This is weird, bro. I don't know, man. This is some weird stuff, bro. I just... You didn't make this song. I don't know how to make this. How would I make this song?
Are you guys talking about what I said on man, okay. I don't know anything about our bodies or where children come from. Guys, I was talking about a different HOLE that Ryan kept referring to, right? But okay,
my name is Elon, dude. What the hell is this, bro?
This guy's afraid and he's in Florida. I ain't mad at him.
Nah, yo, just stop the car, man.
I talked about a C-section, about flipping over and having a C-section in the back. Because that's where they come from, right? Ryan was very interested in Gypsy's backside. We heard that so many times. So, yeah.
This is weird. This is the weirdest shit ever.
Okay. So that guy wants to get out of the car because he's in Florida and he knows, listen, man, there's 3 sides to Florida that are covered by the ocean. I want to get the F out. So hopefully he's not so far from the airport, but I don't know.
Yo, what the hell is
This guy's hysterical. Okay, so guys, where does this guy work? He's an Uber driver, apparently. It seems like Fort Lauderdale or that area. You can look him up online. Please check him out online. Jamie put the link up. And if you go back, you could just see, like, his channel is called, what is it? Trolling Uber Driver. So just look up Trolling Uber Driver, and you'll see him. All right, so is anybody a fan of Kiss? I wasn't a fan of Kiss. I think I like a few songs of theirs. Never wanted to see them in person or anything like that. But I thought this was an interesting story. So here he is again. This is the guy.
And Evan together are making...
So he's talking about Evan and Nick. So Evan Stanley and Nick Simmons.
This fantastic...
which would be second generation Kiss boys.
Music is Stanley Simmons. You know, people talk about nepotism, and honestly, people might say, well, that's not fair. Life's not fair. The playing field's not even, but...
Because we gotta shout it out loud. They weren't my favorite either, my friend.
Can knock on...
They weren't my favorite at all either. But hey, listen, I appreciate, I guess, what they've done with music. The fact they've been around for a long time. Beth is a friggin' great song, in my opinion. My most favorite Kiss song. And but this is a second generation, and I think that this is cool. And these guys have been together for a long time, Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley. So kudos to that alone.
Doors and maybe introduce your children, which everyone does. You want the best for your children, but then the rest is up to them.
Exactly.
They fall on their
agree.
faces if they don't have what's necessary. And I think our children have always known that trading on nepotism or trading on what we've accomplished will get them nowhere.
All right, so that's their little song there. I'm not gonna play it because I don't want to.
That came from you. I couldn't be more proud. They've taken whatever is in their DNA and crafted something that's really, really credible and something I listen to with incredible pride.
They grew up together as little knuckleheads and watched dads at work.
Listen, man, I know people that, if you ask them about their youth, Kiss is enormous for them. So, the heavy metal glam shit.
They'd come out on tour and everything.
Face.
But the idea, and they both went off on different musical journeys. Evan went and played became a really accomplished
baby. Absolutely.
blues player and a guitarist and had his own solo thing, then a band, and Nick was in kind of this ethereal.
So their kids kind of grew up together and stuff. Hey, Florida Life in the Sun, how you doing? Good to see you.
Pink Floyd meets
Me too. Happy for
Radiohead
those boys.
kind of side group. And then one day, Evan came over to Nick's place and strummed guitars, and they had this kind of epiphany, this kind of like, wait a minute, this is a good sound, and then started writing songs.
We could talk about them all day. They'll make their own path. Nick.
Exactly. I think that's a true thing. I love that. I love that. And here you go. Here's a fun. This is fun. I think I had to pull the music down. Maybe I had to pull the music down. I thought this was a great feel good. Yeah, I had to pull the music down. So, when you go and see the military, which I didn't know, I don't have a clue, but, and you can't do anything until they touch you or something, right? Yeah, Simmons Family Jewels or something like that. I think so. Look, see? You gotta say thank you for our service, man. Look. That makes you feel good, right? This is that feel good stuff. This is that feel good stuff. I think that's wonderful, man. So when the world goes to shit, we need moments like this. You gotta love it. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Look at that. Look at that. She's running with 2 to her soldier. Oh, and the little one fell, unfortunately. Well, here we go. Here we go. Isn't that a great moment? And look, this is for the LGBT. I'm gonna be losing my card now from this one. Damn. It's for the gay couples. There you go. All right, guys. So we don't need to watch it again. It was cute. It was cute. So, guys, what do we talk about next? Our favorite, the Royals. Here we go. How many times did I do this? Okay, there it is. The Royals. Now, guys, I want you to see this is this woman, this lady right here, Princess Diana. Yeah, check her out because she's a true princess. Watch this. Watch this. There she is. She was running in, I believe it was Harry's kindergarten or preschool something. Okay? So look, here she is. She's a princess here. She's married at this time to the future king. This is who I think that Catherine reminds me of. Catherine's very sports like too. I don't have anything for Louie. Whoa, babe. Nope. Nope. But I got something else besides Diana, Princess Diana, late Princess Diana, who in 11 days, it'll be, what is it? 39 years? Is it 29 or 39 years? Unbelievable though, right? Boom. She tried, and they didn't let her win either. Yep. No, she was somebody that loved to touch grass. She took her shoes off a lot. Harry and Meghan are moving back to the UK. I didn't hear about that. What I did hear, just so you all know that are trying to, I know, 1997 in 11 days. Just so you know, I did hear that William and Catherine decided that, hey, when daddy goes, there's only going to be one house that's going to have the servants, one house that's going to be kept. The rest of you bitches got to fend for yourself, basically. So, and I heard that maybe Prince King George, King Philip, yeah, okay. Damn, his name just left me, believe it or not. King Charles, okay? King Charles wasn't happy about that. So, but I didn't know that they were going to move back there. So, anyway, let's continue onward. Look at how excited she is about picking up her kid, man. That was Harry, and she said she was worried about Harry. Look. She said she was worried about him. So now I want you to check out the Future King. We're going to let the music stay in here and hope it doesn't become something that's an issue. You ready? There he is, Prince William. He's in the middle, guys. Prince William is in the middle. The song being played is Sweet Caroline. He's raising the roof, he is. So good. So, guys, that's pretty fun, right? Right. That's our Future King. Gotta love him. Your Future King. Listen, I wouldn't mind him being my Future King. But I wanted you to see this real quick. This is just a minute and a half of what they say will save Lindsay.
So, can you tell this jury, sir, in your opinion, to a reasonable degree of medical certainty, based upon all of what you have reviewed, all of what we have talked about, all of what you have considered, as to whether or not, at the time of this incident resulting in the killing of these 3 little kids, that she was suffering from a mental disease or defect, such as that she lost substantial capacity to appreciate the wrongfulness of her act, or in the disjunctive was unable to conform her conduct to the requirements of
what
the
I
law.
will say is that I think his dad is tone deaf. I don't think he is.
Yes.
Tell the jury what your opinion is, please.
My opinion is that she did have indeed a mental disease or defect. That's a legal construct, not a DSM-5 one, but she had bipolar disorder with postpartum psychoses. In addition, she was unable to conform her behaviors to the rule of law, and she had no appreciation.
Okay, this is a medical doctor talking here.
For the wrongfulness of her act.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay, so there we go. Guys, this is Karen Reed Update by lawyer Larry Foreman. If you guys want to take a break for a moment, we're almost done. We're almost done. Anybody want to take a break? Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep on, keep on, keep on. Keep on, keep on, keep on going.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to Buckle Up. It is
like
Larry Foreman. Folks.
I discovered him on my own when I was looking at the Karen Reed trial.
Today, we are going to talk about the latest antics by Judge Gilday. Oh yes, just when you think it's not going to get any worse, it continues getting.
Did anybody find this interesting at all? I found it interesting, especially when social media came into play here. You know what I'm saying? When social media started making a difference, it made a huge difference on this case, I think.
Worse. Turns out, if you remember, just a few days ago, I shared with you guys a video where I explained that Karen Reed and her counsel filed a very specific motion with a...
I don't know what you're talking about. The judge for this? For the Karen Reed thing, here, this is what they're talking about right here.
A very specific request telling the court that they need guidance. What kind of guidance is it? And we talked about how Rosenberg would file things with the clerk, and the clerk would have to check in with Judge Gilday to say, hey, can I put this on the docket? Can I accept?
I think it's called buckle up. It's the law. It is. See the little thing over his head over here on his right shoulder,
This filing, and Judge Gilday would say, nope, not accepting this filing, send it back. And so it doesn't even get docketed. So now you as the attorney, you know, you're filing things. It's literally a 50-50 whether or not it is actually going to be part of the record. It is actually going to go in front of the judge. That's insane. That is literally a gatekeeping function that does not belong to the judge. He should not be the one doing it. He does not get to call the shots, and yet he is. It is appalling. It is absolutely despicable. I don't know why he's doing it or what his particular motivation is other than being drunk on power at this point.
So I don't know, again, I don't know much about this. I don't know that I'll be honest with you, Dragon, just by reading this, my first response would be, well, wait a minute. It wouldn't be fair if he had leverage just because he was Prince Harry of custody. I mean, that wouldn't be fair. So That's my feeling about that, and I think that that's a fair thing to say, being that his choice was to leave, and I don't dislike the guy. I don't dislike the guy at all. I think he's probably a better guy, than, William, because listen, I saw William, and you can go back and look at videos of William, from the minute, the baby was born, Harry was born, that William always had a jealousy towards Harry. You could see it in the videos. You could see how sometimes he looks at him and stuff. And then it did look like after Diana passed, Princess Diana passed, that um that the two guys got together. But I just watched a video where when the two boys were walking behind the, or were getting flowers or something right after the death of their mom, and you could see, but I mean, the way that William would look at his brother, it wasn't with love, so I mean, that's what I think. um on this channel, Claudia, no. um But I know that there's a GoFundMe. There's something. I don't know. There's something. You could look it up. I would definitely, if you were going to look that up, please make sure that you donate to whatever you want, or campaign, or reach out. There is something for her, for Lindsay Clancy, online, that is legitimate. I haven't looked into it, but I know that there is, because they say that she's gotten like $71,000 or $171,000. Somebody said something in this chat, I believe, a couple days ago or yesterday. So
I have lost all faith in Judge Godet completely, and maybe it's because he thinks defense attorneys are not entitled to the same treatment as plaintiffs' attorneys, because that seems to be the case.
I don't know. I don't. Oof. There's an argument here, with Jamie, that, and there's right here. There's yes and no to that, in my opinion. So, that he was able to be more of a kid as a spare, and also therefore he had the freedom, and that's what his brother was jealous of. Is that what William was jealous of? Or, I mean, because when you really think about it, Harry, what did he do? He did some inappropriate things, of course. As a young man, he did inappropriate things, and as somebody that represented the monarchy, he did inappropriate things, as far as being nude online, and or remember that in Las Vegas. But what did he do? I mean, he was a young guy. He lost his mom. I don't know how the hell he was supposed to grieve about that. His dad ends up with the woman that he was cheating on his mom with. And I mean, and that's his only parent. And unfortunately, as we know, the queen wasn't very hands-on, lovey-dovey. Not that she wasn't a great queen. I don't know how she was as a grandma. I think she was a better grandma uh than she was a parent, but I don't know. It just seems to me like there's a lot both of these young men had to deal with, so I feel like a lot of the stuff that Harry said in his book was true. And I think that we've been gaslit. And I see how easy that is now. I mean, as I fucking see how easy that is now. I just know I challenge all of you. I'm serious, to please go back. I love Edward, and I love Anne. I love Anne too. Like, those are great characters in my opinion. Anne, it was like her dad, you know, but a little bit smarter in my opinion. Kind of could read the room a little bit better, but she's brash. You know what I'm saying? You know that they tried to kidnap her um decades ago, and she fought them. The man that was with her didn't fight. She fought them off. I mean, so she's something, man. She is something, and she works still basically full time. That Anne is great character. Edward too. People made fun of Edward when he started. He did that television show, right? The Royals, because it brought them down where he thought it would be, to more of a human level, where I just use the word brought them down is, I think, what the monarchy felt. And to be, you got to be held into such a high regard and to have that echelon of that kind of respect, that requires a certain type of behavior. So with the behavior, and I don't mean any disrespect to people in the UK. So with that type of behavior now, we have Prince Charles who cheated on his wife. We heard, unfortunately, those horrible phone calls, which were very explicit, with Camilla, and Andrew, who was involved with fucking Epstein, who was at the castle. I mean, sitting in the fucking throne with Kevin Spacey, right? I mean, we saw these things. So, I mean, it's made us look at the monarchy in a different way. So, that's a sad thing. But still, excuse me, if we're going to criticize Harry for being whatever, I mean, he's not the only one, is what I'm saying. And I just think that, in all honesty, the PR worked for William because he is the king in waiting. And it didn't work so well for Harry because he's the spare. That's what I think.
He seems to have picked a side, and it's not uncommon, by the way, for judges to kind of look more towards like the prosecution and the plaintiff, because it's like, well, you brought the charges, you brought the case, you brought the allegations, you have the causes of action, you're saying you've been wronged, and they're the ones who wronged you, or they're the ones who committed the crime, and that's the defense now, right? They're the ones who are on trial here, they're the ones who caused the trouble, the monetary damage, the crime, the injury, the death, whatever it may be, right? So Judge Gilday clearly is playing favorites. He has preferential treatment for the plaintiff's attorney, and thus far, Karen Reed's counsel were forced to file something that I shared with you guys.
This judge has never been fair, in my opinion, to Karen Reed at all.
A while back, defendant Karen Reed's memorandum in support of the motion to complete the record and for clarification of docketing procedures. Basically, if you remember, we went over and we were like, hey, Judge, how do we proceed? Because at this point, it is literally, we're gambling with whether or not you're going to accept our motion. We need to know how, where, when, why, and what you're going to accept and what you're going to...
So, Salsa, I don't know what you're writing in Espanol or whatever language you're speaking. I'm going to ask you to put it in English. Otherwise, we're going to have you leave the chat because I can't protect people if I don't know what's being said.
To reject. So please, can you give us some guidance? Can you please help us out? Can you please provide some clarification for our purposes so that we're not filing things that you're just going to go like, no, not accepting that. Well, here's another surprise you're totally not ready for. Judge Gilday said, denied, but with one caveat. He issued this
Listen to this
order just a few days ago. He scheduled a hearing to be held by Zoom on August 20th, 2026, and it is titled a hearing to consider the impoundment of the reference documents. Counsel other than Ms. Reed and Mr. Proctor are excused from appearing if they do not wish to appear. The motion is otherwise, like I already said, denied, signed Mark Gilday. So August 20th at 9:45 a.m. in just a couple of days here, we are going to have a Zoom hearing that is going to tell us as to what is the proper procedure for at least the impoundment. Now, if you remember, the motion was very specific. It handled two...
I think 2024, I want to say. I think 2024. Yep.
Critical factors. Number one, the June 26, 2026 letter that Aaron Rosenberg filed with the court. Well, how do we deal with notices and letters that we want to file with the court for future reference? And number two, remember on July 1st, I believe it was, when Judge Gilday appeared before the court and gave the soliloquy and spoke.
No, she can't be tried again. She can't be.
To the 22 attorneys like their 5-year-old children in his courtroom, made everyone show up in person, including Alan Jackson, who had to fly in from California. Luckily, some of the rest of his team was available to appear by Zoom. But Jackson wanted to speak to the judge, who cowardly ran away right after his soliloquy and his lecture. I mean, I can't think of anything more despicable than a judge who is simply trying to manipulate his courtroom rather than advocating for justice. That's just not cool. That's unfair. And yes, he's got the power to do that, but that doesn't mean that you can use and abuse your power. You know, Judge? I'm sorry, not sorry, but that's not how the justice system should operate. I liked you in the beginning. You seemed kind of... fair, you seemed kind of reasonable, but now, you guys may remember, Proctor shows up for his deposition, apparently some information gets leaked, the judge believes the leak came from the attorneys, when the
Remember all this? Remember all this?
The reality is the leak may have come from Proctor's wife, who has been talking to other people, and people are like, yeah, that checks out. And the judge gets all up in arms. He's like, he receives an email. We still don't know who the email was from, what that email said, or that note, or that message, or whatever. And the judge just loses it and unleashes a fury untoward the rest of the lawyers that has never been seen in that courtroom before, and threatening that, like,
That's okay,
depositions
Rainbow,
will
you're
be
good.
halted, lawyers will be sanctioned, this case may be dismissed, blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, judge, dismiss the case. Karen wins. Who cares? Of course, he's not going to do that. He was just threatening it in case his impoundment orders get violated again. But here's the problem. In order to advocate for justice, in order to be able to understand exactly what is happening, you have to have full transparency and understanding of the issues and what has been filed, what is the information that has been transmitted, in order to correct the record if necessary. The judge is simply assuming my impoundment order has been violated, and I'm going to...
Except her and some of the women that were just the wives, but they were supposedly all cops.
lose my goddamn crap. It just doesn't work that way.
Don't use
That's
God's
not
name in vain. I really don't like that.
fair. He gets an email, he gets a note, he keeps it hidden, and he says, yeah, so in this note here that I've got, I don't like what I'm reading. What do you got there, Judge? Don't worry about it. Just don't do it again, okay? All right, get the hell out of my courtroom. And you're like, don't do what again? I don't even know what I did as counsel of record, right? And of course, there was no pointing of the fingers specifically at any independent individual counsel, but we all know what he's thinking. He's thinking it's the defense, it's always the defense, because why would the plaintiff want to undercut their own case? I mean, the Proctors and the O'Keefes are probably in good relationships, so there's no way it could have been them, right? And the counsel for Waterfall and C.F. McCarthy's, what if it was them? I mean, I don't think it was, but let's just hypothetically say, what if it was them? And now, Rosenberg and Jackson are catching all the heat for someone else's actions. That's not fair. How is that fair? What if it was none of the attorneys? What if it was Courtney Proctor? Proctor's ex-wife was just babbling and talking.
No, I think what they're getting in trouble for is stuff that was leaked out or something. Am I wrong about that? So, listen, as far as they should be investigating about what happened to this man because that woman got off.
To her girlfriends at work who tell their husbands.
And I don't think she did it. I agree. I don't think that she did it. I don't think she backed into him. I don't think that.
Spreading the information, and the information eventually reaches Aiden, who's got his birds everywhere in Canton, and posts about it. He posts about it 2 days before the deposition, before the impoundment order is even...
You guys don't care about Karen Reed. That's okay.
Issued, which
I
happened
know
on
that
Sunday,
now.
I believe,
That's
or
cool.
something like that, if I remember correctly, back in June. It's just this whole
almost
thing
over.
is so messy, and they're just asking for clarification. Can you please just clarify, Judge? So the judge is like, nope. But if you want to have a hearing on it, you're more than welcome to August 20th at 9:45 a.m.
So that's
I'll be more
already
than happy
happened.
to listen to what you have to say, so I can deny you to your face, basically. Have you been hurt in a car wreck?
So if you want him as a lawyer, go for him. There he goes. That's pretty good. All right, guys. So let's just go real quick with how we're going to end this. So this is a feel-good one right here, guys. Feel-good one.
In every courtroom, but not in Auntie Beth's courtroom, of course. So anyway, folks, we're going to continue this train.
A hero. Now, I did take the music out of here, so what happened is they needed a hero. A child answered. Apparently, well, you'll see. This is amazing. Another feel-good story. Who's going to fit down that hole? What are they looking for? What's going on? Uh-oh. Look at this kid. Perfect size. You're going to tie me up? That's okay. I want to do it, Mom. Let me do it. That's okay. I feel so important. Yeah, no, it's good. I want to do this. I'm going to help. I'm going to help here. Watch. Are you sure? Like, I just don't be afraid. That's okay. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. And they put him down there. It's all right. We're here paying attention to you. We got you, buddy. We got you. Oh, wait a minute. Let's get him up. Let's get him up. Come on, let's get him up. Oh, there he is. Oh, and look what else comes out. A baby. They thanked the young man. He was a child. And look at that fella. Look at that baby. I assume a boy. I don't know. And he's waving and saying thank you. So look, there are people in this world that do things. Unfortunately, this isn't from America. I don't think it's from America. So that's something, yeah, but to get inside that little hole, right? Exactly, right? And he's going in the wrong way. More fun stuff, guys. More fun stuff. Let's do it. And then I got something to read to you. We'll get out of here. So here we go. This is silly people. Imagine this. Silly people. Uh-oh.
She runs the city. She runs the city.
Uh-oh. Opened up a door not knowing I was stopping an elevator. Check this out. I want you to see the grace in this action. This action is so graceful. Check it out. That was slow motion. You think she can get it all in her mouth? What do you guys think? Let's check it out. Yes, she can, but can she keep it there is the question. Oh, God. Oh, got to get in. Got to get in. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, that's normal. That's normal. All right, guys, we got some entertainment news that I'm going to read you. Tom Cruise. Anybody like Tom Cruise? I used to really like Tom Cruise. I used to see every movie Tom Cruise was in because I really, really liked him. Not so much lately, but I really did like him. I have watched his Mission Impossible stuff, and I tend to see a lot of the movies he's in. Tom Cruise reportedly pressuring Nicole Kidman to hash things out face to face after she had clearly had unresolved issues with him in her new divorce interview because, her and Keith are breaking up. Breaking up is hard to do. Unfortunately, that is not a Keith Urban song. Tom Cruise is reportedly looking to make amends with one of his exes, according to the National Enquirer. So he's been married 3 times. The first to Mimi Rogers, second to Nicole Kidman, and third to Katie Holmes. Yes. Sandra Bullock reportedly urging, where is this? Wait, yes. Okay. Sorry about that. In an August 26 report, the outlet said Cruise wants to meet with Nicole Kidman to get some badly needed closure regarding their marriage. He's also hoping that a conversation between them will encourage the Practical Magic 2 actress to stop talking about him with the press. You would think they should be talking. They have children together, but I guess not. And we know, he doesn't talk. He has the ability to walk away and not look back. Not so long ago, it really irritated Tom that Nicole would talk about him in interviews. It's part of her life, dumbass. She's got a story to tell. And her story, unfortunately, has 10 years of you in it. A source told the outlet, but he's now saying she clearly has some unresolved issues, and it's cathartic for her to talk about them. Then he can accept it. In British Vogue's September 26 cover story, Nicole reflected on her marriage to the Top Gun star. Yeah, I got married so young, she recalled. Suddenly I was 22, 23 years old, and I had this huge movie star husband. But it just seemed completely natural. We just fell madly in love, and it was that simple. I don't hear anything bad about that. Kidman also shared that friends and family warned her against marrying Cruise, saying, I remember people saying to me, okay, well, this is really going to affect your career. I'm like, I don't care. I'm in love. I want to be married. I'm not really good at the Australian accent. And then I was his wife. And they were like, see, we told you. I'm like, so what? I wasn't meant to marry the man I love. Of course, I'll throw my career away. I don't care, is what she said. Of course, I'll throw my career away. I don't care. The source addressed Kidman's recent comments, noting, in fairness to Nicole, it's not like she's going into detail and ripping him into pieces. Exactly, she's not. She's never done. She's talking more about her own journey and who she was at the time. Exactly, like this guy. It's not all about you, Tom. And she's careful not to put him down, which he appreciates. So this was just bullshit. 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 However, the Mission Impossible actor would prefer she got over this need to reference him this way, and he feels like the best way to get there is to sit down with her face to face and hash things out. He's single now, you know. From my, I think he's single and he's feeling a little bit lonely, maybe. And her dad is no longer alive, and that was one of the big things that tore them apart because he's a Scientologist, a hardcore Scientologist, and her dad was a psychologist, I believe, or a psychiatrist, a well-respected one. Cruz reportedly feels that a meeting between them is long overdue. Tom feels it's high time they both got some things off their chests. Clearly, Nicole needs this. The source needs to sort what? Clearly, Nicole needs to. The source continued. They've been. They've talked about meeting up as a family with Bella and Connor, but it's never actually happened. And Tom is saying he is going to make that a priority. I don't believe it. Maybe he realizes with the Surrey that he better hang on to somebody here. Who knows? Who knows? Kidman and Cruz met and fell in love in 1989 while they were working on NASCAR drama, The Days of Thunder. They tied the knot on Christmas Eve, and in 1992, years later, they adopted their first child, Isabella, and then they adopted their son in 1995, Connor. During the relationship, Cruz and Kidman shared the screen in Far and Away 1992 and Eyes Wide Shut 1999. They separated in February 2001 after nearly a decade of marriage, and the divorce was finalized by August. And I remember her saying she didn't understand why they were divorcing. She never got an answer. I remember that. Guys, this is just the latest real quick about Hayden. I'm going to read it to you. Time to go to war. Hayden, I can't pronounce the last names. Boyfriend Brian Hickerson reportedly sent her threatening texts in 2020, and he was arrested. Hayden Panettiere, I'm sorry, attends 2022 AmFair Gala, Los Angeles, at Pacific Design Center on November 3rd, 2022 in West Hollywood. Hayden's on and off again boyfriend, which we found out that they said that just because nobody wanted them to be together, but they might have been tumultuous, but they were together. Their separations weren't as constant as people thought. Who was reported present at the time of her death once sent her threatening texts after being arrested. Brian Hickerson and his brother Zach were inside the apartment complex. Judson Milhoff's when the Heroes actor went into cardiac arrest and died Sunday, according to the officer who responded to the scene. 911 call. Brian was the one who handed the police to the officer. Brian was the one who handed the police a bag of medication that Panettiere was taken. After this report published exclusively by TMZ revisited the court documents filed, Brian's 2020 arrest, a probable cause affidavit stated that he was accused of threatening Panettiere despite a court order prohibiting him from even contacting his then estranged girlfriend. Brian was arrested on February 14th. That's Valentine's Day for those that forget. 2020 in California for allegedly assaulting Panettiere. Panettiere lawyer submitted in court screenshots of texts, phone calls, records, and video clips to prove that Brian had used threatening language against his client after his arrest. Time to go to war, I guess. After Wyoming and LA disappears, so do the photos. So, yeah. So here's some stuff that was written. Even if I sit in jail, in a jail cell for 10 years, all that stuff that is vaulted overseas with my people will come out the second I step into whatever. Into prison, I'm sorry, and all that does is hurt your name while simultaneously clearing mine. And all that point was, who actually cares? And one of the text messages, Brian accused Panettiere of getting defensive and firing off emails to people. And one of the texts, Brian accused Panettiere of getting defensive and firing off. Okay. According to the police, Brian might have been trying to intimidate the actress to drop the case against him. His tone oscillated between request and anger. It is very simple. It is a very simple fix. Between me and you got to make one phone call, a text said. While in another, he wrote, I don't want to go to court for you. I will be effing fine in court. Trust me, it's for you. Yeah, he was trying to play games with her. And one more, he pleaded with Pantieres to figure something out, buddy, saying that he initially thought the legal stuff would magically disappear. Why was he arrested? Because he's a dick. I'm sorry, what did I say? Brian was accused of hitting Pantier in the face with his fist. Oh, that's nice. In 2020, at the time, the officers said that they arrived and he was intoxicated, locked out of the Airbnb. In Wyoming, where both of them, the girlfriend, where they were staying. Wyoming's beautiful. According to the police report, Pantiere's face was swollen and red and appeared to contain a mark most likely caused by Brian's watch. What a bag of crap. At the time, she alleged that Brian had struck her in the bedroom. Charges against Brian were dropped after Pantiere refused to. I hate when this happens, but we talk about stuff like this. Sorry, I want one too many. Sorry about that. Hang on. Brian getting defensive and firing off emails. Okay, it's very simple. It's very simple. Okay, got that part. Let me see. And one more. He pleaded Pantera to figure something out. Brian was accused of hitting. We got there. Wyoming, where they both were, right? According to the police report, Pantera was swollen, and here it is. Charges against Brian were dropped after Pantera refused to testify against him in court. As a result, although he was initially sentenced to spend about a year in jail, the punishment was suspended and he was ordered to spend a year on probation instead. 2 years later, Pantera spoke out about forgiving Brian for what he had done. She said they had reconnected again, but just as friends. None of it is okay, and I want to make sure that everybody knows that. She said, but I'm open, people who are willing to get help. Yeah. He conned you. So there we go. He's gone to treatment and done his time, and I'm trying to live in a place of forgiveness. So we don't know what happened here, to be honest with you, unfortunately. So that's really too bad. I think Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman are different, and they don't want their kids to have any lash or feedback and criticism, and that's why they handle it the way they do. Oh, Tom Cruise hasn't spoken to Nicole Kidman, and it was because of the Scientology thing. So I don't know, kind of dirt. I don't know. I think it's all Scientology. I'm just being honest, because she always said that he was lovely. He's lovely. She used to say he's lovely. So I just don't understand. Like, I just don't see his dad thing. Well, no, it's not. Not really. It is, because you have to tell on him too, right, Edie? Like, you have to do these reports on them, remember? Yeah, so that's not good. Anyway, guys, Sophie's Corner, because, we got to have Sophie. Let's go.
A couple weeks ago, Sophie Cunningham said that men should not play in the WNBA, and apparently people are still mad about it.
Look at, she gets booed. She gets booed. Booed because who wants a male player in women's sports?
A lot of fans in Toronto were booing her, and every time she touched the ball, you heard this.
Hearing the boos as she touches it, gets foul. Play off.
Here's the booze as she touches it, but that's enough to destroy some players. There, mess with their confidence and everything. But let's watch Sophie.
But just a minute after she checked in, she already silenced the crowd.
Deep three.
And look at her celebration towards the crowd. I'm still kind of confused why people are mad about what she said.
I'm confused too. I don't understand why people are mad about what she said. This is
in the game, Cunningham.
Anyways,
three. That's all net right
there. Back to the basketball side. She got fouled, by the way. But right now, Sophie Cunningham leads the WNBA in three-point percentage. She's shooting 46% from deep.
Too much on it. Rebound, Uskaite. Cunningham comes. Clark through the lane, kicks it out. Cunningham.
Sophie also hit the dagger three, and Caitlin loved it. Also, listen to what she had to say about the boos in the arena.
Got booed a little bit tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
I was kidding. I know.
She said, you got booed tonight. She said, really? Yeah, didn't you hear? Yeah, I was kidding. Please like, subscribe, and share, guys. And as always, thank you so much. And be great. How you doing? Okay? I don't have a crush. I just can really appreciate what she's standing for, to be honest with you. But I think she's a great player too. Anyway, she's young enough to be my granddaughter. Anyway, guys, we're gonna have a Sophie corner. We're gonna keep our royal bit. We're gonna keep our fun part, and we're gonna talk about the news and some entertainment stuff at times. And that's what we're gonna do if you guys want to do it with me. So we'll continue to do it at 8:30 in the morning, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I appreciate you guys immensely. If there's stories you want to hear about, send them to me. We'll see. We'll see if we go over it. I try to cover some newer stuff as well. Guys, we won't cover any more Karen Reed. Doesn't seem like you were interested. So thank you, and I appreciate you. And be great. Go check out Everybody Has a Story to Tell with Toddy One Skip and the argument with Toddy One Skip, as well as the 2 videos I put out. Much love to my friend Jameson here. Guys, please like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate you. Hit the bell, guys. Thank you. It's free.